Covenant. Do. Good stuff. My turn. We're going to go easy so I can slay. No skulls. Unless I want to turn on infinite ammo. Might make things a little easier for me. Kind of what I love about the Master Chief Collection, though, is they added some additional stuff that you wouldn't play if we were playing the original 360 version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, if you want to... I'll save it.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, right.
Because we do not have any viewers on currently.
No, don't waste the good stuff then. None of my A material.
Oh, I think we're just getting one right now.
Oh.
Well, we've got like 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
They're early.
We are up though, so we can.
On
this is
YouTube
how
as
we're
well?
gonna be seeing it. Okay, is just this. The live stream over here, is that gonna be okay?
Gotcha.
You will notice slight delay. It's not
expected.
Crazy, but it's
going through a lot of hardware to get back to
Yeah.
not to mention, so it's being captured, it's being re-displayed, and then
We're
yeah,
gonna
there's
do a better capture with the new studio,
yeah, it's doing a lot of work.
and we're gonna try and fix that with the new studio. Okay, so you guys can all hear me as well. Yeah.
I can.
Fantastic.
Sounding good.
Well, we'll wait until we're up. I'm gonna get the poll up too.
Yeah.
We did a poll for best first-person shooter game.
Are we doing our draft too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I brought thoughts on that.
Yeah, you better be
A
prepared.
pocket full of thoughts.
Jordan is really good at drafting, and he does his homework and research, and it often turns into Jordan winning the draft. So,
That's okay.
Actually, our guests have won each time we've done the draft. And then when we did it alone, I won.
I won one with our last guest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Jason won.
What was the last draft?
The last draft.
He
was
won.
best cartoon character.
Yeah, and I won that one. Matt won.
I won the best rides at Disneyland.
Oh,
Yep,
I'm
and
not
then-
sure I could
And then
keep up with that one.
No.
No.
and then Dylan.
Dylan won when we did the trios, the trilogies.
Yeah, we did the best trilogies. We drafted the best trilogies, and he won.
Nice.
Didn't we do one more draft with Carsonia? No, that was just the NFL one. Never mind. That I embarrassed myself in.
Embarrassed yourself?
Did you listen to that one?
I didn't.
Oh,
I've got some homework.
when
to
you
do.
got some time,
Yeah.
go listen to me make a fool.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Dude, it's so good.
Awesome.
They put up NFL logos,
Oh yeah, man.
and
Told me about.
I
that
suck
one.
at that. I got
Okay.
13. I think 13
Then
out
I
of 32
can't
logos
remember.
he showed up.
I'd be in good company with you then, because I don't know them. If they don't have some kind of clear, like imagine Seattle Seahawks had their logo's got a hawk in it. Ooh,
Even still, I messed them.
did you?
Yeah, even still, I did. I mean, I got
What's
the ones that worked.
like? Isn't the 49ers just a straight up 4-9?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got like 3. Yeah,
and 3 stars on it.
it's got some stars on it.
Does it?
I think it's got the brown.
Shows what I know.
I think they're the ugliest looking team.
Oh, I agree.
Like
Yeah.
I almost think the Browns being so ugly is almost a better thing than the Niners. But the
Dude,
funny one is
My taskbar just populated. Just out of the blue. Just popped up. All of them just came up. Now it's available,
see. I fixed it.
including the battery.
I just
That's
gotta touch
whack.
it. It's like
Yeah.
I just gotta be here.
I didn't even restart it.
I was gonna ask if that's what.
Nope.
Gotta love Windows.
Yeah, we didn't have the draft. Oh, the other
You
one.
can play, by the way.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't have to wait to
Yeah,
start
yeah,
it. We
right,
can
let's
start
just
playing,
start
and then we'll
playing.
just once. Actually, we could. We got. Well, we had 3 viewers, but we have 2 viewers.
We'll wait till 8. We want to keep consistent and
That's true, huh? Yeah.
keep consistency, but we can get it going.
But the 2 viewers that are on Twitch What's up? Just
Hi,
wanna say
guys.
what's up.
Yo, yo.
We'll say what's up again once we start the
Sometimes,
podcast recording.
we've had
too.
people come on. We were doing Super Mario 64 a lot,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people on Twitch that like are looking for speed run methods and stuff. And we have like the Super Davies Bros hats. And one time we had a couple people hop on thinking that we were trying to like come up with a new way to get through a level, and they were like commenting on it, and we were like, if you're here to watch good gameplay, you're in the wrong place because we are terrible.
Not to mention that game, because you're like jumping on platforms that are moving. That delay.
That delay affects you.
You're like,
I didn't even think
you're
about
like hop,
that.
and normally I'm pretty good at
No,
like
it's 64 is more than
analyzing
platform.
the movement. You know,
Mhm.
you get good at it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, every time it'd be like, well,
Yeah, but
pass.
that's pretty important on a platformer. You hit the button, you expect to get the jump and time it just
The
right.
Super
yes.
Mario World has been the biggest issue.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Because you're moving, the screen moves with you, and you're jumping to jump.
Oh yeah.
So Super Mario 64 hasn't been as bad, but Super Mario World was really, really bad. But yeah.
Come on, boys. Kill some Covenant.
All right. We got a few more minutes. Get people logged on to
Four
Twitch.
on here.
Oh,
Dope. I'm
welcome,
gonna
welcome,
respond
everybody.
to their messages as soon as the podcast
Come here,
starts too.
Why not? You can respond.
Come
No?
here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well,
They're here early. They're
Come on,
they're
there
like
you go.
Patreon peeps.
Yeah.
Here 5 minutes early,
The walk,
man.
the walk DZ.
You're getting the
What's up, Austin?
behind
Yo,
the scenes
yo.
stuff. Oh.
Are you
Thanks for
feeling the
hopping
delay
on.
yet, DJ?
Oh
Or
yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
a little
no,
bit.
but
hard.
I'm adjusting, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I just need. I want that brute shot, but I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that this is like a remastered thing. I gotta. Well.
So is this part of the package deal when you do the online yearly thing with Xbox?
It is, but I actually bought the Master Chief Collection when it first came out, and it was not in a very playable state. Since then, 343 Industries has really stepped up their game, and it's awesome now. These graphics for Halo 3,
Yeah, that's way good, dude.
they're still pretty much what you'd expect to see on the 360, but they remastered.
Oh, it looks really good to me. I'm surprised that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we're on Xbox
come on.
One, but yeah, it's pretty
get
sick.
out of there. I'll watch you in there. Get out. All right.
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
Needler.
Walk DZ says, "You guys, my hero."
Aw.
And we
Austin's
got a
one of
new
our best-
person.
one of our best supporters.
We got a first-time chatter.
Oh, who is it?
It is Tegan Turtles.
Hey, I know that one.
Is this your?
That's my nephew.
Your nephew?
Yeah.
That's
What's up,
awesome,
man?
dude.
Tegan?
He says, "Hey, and stoked that you hopped on."
Tegan
Thanks,
is
Tegan.
going to be a critic of my gameplay. He'll
Well-
offer some really good insight about how
I'll
I'm not
definitely
doing it
watch
right.
for his input then. So hopefully it's critic like you're gonna bag on him a lot because we need that.
We like
Yeah.
that.
juice. It's so
Yeah.
juicy.
Tegan, you normally worship the ground I walk on, but you have permission to.
So Tegan's your
tease me.
nephew?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Tegan, thanks for jumping on. In DJ's defense,
take
before
this.
we start the podcast, in DJ's defense, there is
this.
latency when we stream live because we go from console to computer to stream. So there's a little bit of latency. I feel really bad. When we update, we're planning to move to a new studio next year. When I say studio, Jordan's basement instead of my basement. We're going to upgrade some things, try and fix that.
It's workable. I'm not upset about it at all.
Okay. It really doesn't bother me except like Jordan said, like these like side scrolling games where you're like moving and it's so based on precision with time.
Oh yeah.
Whereas I think first person shooter, I mean, obviously if you're playing for realsies, it'll affect it, but the way we're playing, I don't think it's going to affect it too dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll be all right.
All right. Are we ready, Jordan? Should we get going?
Yeah, and then I'll mention what's said here
What?
that just populated. So
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Super Davis Bros podcast. Today is episode 18, and we have our good friend DJ on the podcast.
Ooh.
Welcome, DJ.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to talk about my favorite game of all time.
Yes. So we are talking, if you've read the title of the episode in your podcast feed, we're talking Halo.
All Halos.
All Halos.
All first
We're playing Halo.
shooters.
And then we're going to be drafting our best team for first-person shooters. So everything today is about first-person shooter video games, and we are thrilled. DJ, when we first started the podcast, actually even prior to starting the podcast, I was like, hey, man, you got to come on. And he was like, okay, I'm going to play Halo.
It was
So
yeah, I was like, did anyone claim it yet? I was kind of surprised nobody did.
no one actually has. No one's claimed Halo yet.
We also kind of started our basis off of like old school video games. So I think
fair.
some people have been like, oh,
Thinking
I
of
want to
the
play
older ones.
Tony Hawk. I want to play, you know.
Did you guys play Tony Hawk?
We did do Tony
Yeah, we
Hawk.
did a Tony Hawk episode.
That'd
Let's
be
see.
a great one.
We've played James Bond on here. We've played Star Fox. We've talked Super Mario World. We talked N64, Mario 64.
I mean, so you covered
Tony
like
Hawk.
the amazing, must talk about games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
but this is definitely worthy of its kind of own episode. I also want to start out by thanking DJ. The podcast almost didn't happen tonight. DJ is he likes to live on the edge because
It's true.
last
the
week,
only
you guys
way I know
know my
how.
wife got sick. This week I got the bug, and luckily today I was feeling a little bit better. I still worked from home, but I was feeling a little bit better, and my eyes were clearing up, and I felt really good. So I left it up to DJ. I was like, hey, Jordan's always around me, so I was like, he's already been exposed, but I was like, if you want to come, if not, we'll push it back. And he was like, no, just like the Master Chief, I will press on.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I when you get home, pound some vitamin C just in case. But thanks for doing that. We are so
Absolutely.
excited to have you on here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. And I've been super excited to come on and hang out with you guys. It seems like a really good time. So
Yeah, we enjoy it anyways. It's been fun for us.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so-
we love it.
Yeah.
It's been way fun. Real quick, we got let's see, Tegan Turtles, who's a guest of honor a bit because it's first time on chat, and he got on here specifically for DJ, so that's awesome. He said Pierre Heinz was the guy who saved MCC,
Oh,
Master Chief.
was that like the
What is
project
that?
director for the game or something?
I don't know.
might have to order for a
Yeah,
little bit more clarity
drop
on
some
that.
more info
Yeah.
in that because I'm not sure.
And then
I don't know,
King
referencing.
Elfstone Strider says, "I love Green Mario." Love
Yo
it too.
yo.
Green Mario.
And he said, Green Heart, Halo, Green Heart, and then Metroid, Heart Eyes.
Ah, yeah. Metroid's
go.
got to be up there too, right?
We have
It's
done
just-
Metroid with the individual on the chat, Dylan. He's been on. He's
Yeah, we played Metroid.
he's a
that's right.
returning guest as well. We did, right? That was the game.
Mhm. Yeah, he played
With
Metroid the
Samus,
first time.
right?
Yeah.
The second
Yeah.
time we played.
We'd never played that
Beer
game.
my
What
pink
did we play the
mist.
second time?
Come here, buddy.
We played Super Smash Bros,
Yep.
and that is not a
That's
good
what it
game
was.
to play
That
on the
game.
podcast because it is
So clicky.
yeah, and on top of it being super clicky, you get. I felt like it was a struggle to stay focused on what we were talking
Oh,
about.
dude.
So.
Yeah, that game stresses me out
Yeah.
when I'm not trying to talk to
Well,
each
hey,
other.
let's start with that. Who's your player on Super Smash Bros? We asked our guests that a lot of times. Who
Well-
do you go? Who's your go-to?
I find the new one incredibly frustrating, and I rage quit before getting very far.
Really?
So, but the 64 one, I loved Yoshi. I wasn't
Okay.
the best. I just like
Yoshi
him.
was dope.
He's
Yeah.
so
His
cool.
jump was awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Tegan, is his name Tegan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Says he took over post MCC. What's MCC? Is that
Master Chief Collection.
Collection? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Which is just the collection of games that allow you
Anything
to
with
play
Halo, with Master
Halo
Chief.
1, 2, 3, Reach, and 4. Although nobody really likes to play 4.
He said, let's see, he took over post MCC
Yeah.
release and got things back on track since the game launched so bad.
Well, thank you. What was his name again?
Pierre
Egan?
or something.
No,
not-
the
he's
guy.
like, what's my nephew's
Oh.
name again? No, the
I know,
guy-
what?
the guy-
My nephew.
Pierre Heinz, I
Yeah.
believe. That's
Okay.
how it's pronounced.
Thank you, Pierre. You saved the
Well,
Master Chief
let's
Collection.
talk Halo for a minute. So I thought about doing a deep dive and getting out my, doing some deep doctrine and figuring out the history of Halo. But you
that
know
gun
what?
you just passed was dope. That like grenade launcher, the alien grenade launcher.
Oh, the brute shot.
Yep,
I love it.
that thing's so
I-
sick. Sorry, Matt.
It's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're all right. I was just gonna say, but instead of doing like a deep dive on Halo, I think everybody's pretty familiar with the game in general, but I thought we could start off by talking about, and we'll jump into the draft. Of course, we're gonna talk all first-person shooter, but I want to start out by talking about first, DJ, why you picked Halo, and then we can talk about all of the Halo games that you know of, because you're gonna know more than me. And then we could each list our favorite Halo game and maybe a memory related to Halo, because I got a lot of Halo memories, man.
Oh, good.
So DJ, why did you pick Halo? What's your favorite game? Well, why did you pick Halo? Name the games in order and which one's your favorite.
Okay. So I picked Halo because when I was just starting to get into video games, and the PlayStation 2 had come out, and we were having a little bit of fun with that. But then the Xbox came out, and my brother, his name's Rick, he's actually Tegan's dad.
Okay.
He came to me one day and was like, you've got to see this game. It's on this weird console called Xbox. It has these goofy controllers that are way too big, but you're going to love this game. So we went over to his house to play, and we played for hours, and we were blown away by how smooth it played for a shooter on a console,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Dude, the game exploded, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like Halo, the reason Xbox is alive today
It's their flagship.
is this
man.
game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's like Mario and Nintendo.
and they did
Yeah.
it right so quick. Because
Yeah.
like
Halo's fun.
Halo's fun. The campaign you can play it alone, which is awesome. I love that I kind of miss when you didn't have to do 18,000 downloads
Oh,
to get gameplay by yourself.
tell me
Like
about it.
that drives me nuts. Like I just want to get on and play campaign. This game is wicked for that. And immediately from Halo 1, you could connect Xboxes and have tons of players.
Oh, dude.
Which revolutionized
That's why
LAN
live is a
parties,
thing.
and then live became it evolved into that,
Yeah.
which it was so beautiful.
It's
Also, Life
seriously
Elevated just hopped on, said, hi,
Hello.
what's up? That's Bree from work,
Oh,
one of the dispatchers.
hi Bree.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would honestly say, like, and I know we're already getting off track just because we all love this game, but I would honestly say there's a few games that have been pivotal in the movement and the growth of gaming. I mean, honestly, Super Mario Bros would be a big one for that. But dude, Halo was like everything. I feel like
Yeah.
it revolutionized first-person shooter multiplayer when you did the Connect. What I can't remember what that's called. When you connect the Xboxes, with
LAN
the
system
wire.
link or a
LAN
LAN
link,
link.
yeah.
There you go, LAN link, LAN parties. That's the reason we have live now, because of that.
Yeah,
Like it revolutionized everything, I think, and is literally why everybody played. There would be no Call of Duty, I feel like. I mean, I know there probably was Call of Duty prior to
I
Halo.
mean, there was.
There
Call of
was.
Duty.
not really like
It wasn't the same.
it was.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, as I recall, focused a lot more on the single player storytelling.
Campaigns.
Yeah.
It was
Actually, I think
typically like World War II
didn't have
stuff.
2-player games for a while.
Oh, is
too.
that right?
I want to say they were just single-player games for a while.
Well,
Don't
and they-
quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure because I remember playing Call of Duty, and the one that it may be the same makers, but the one that came out
Activision.
before Call of Duty was called
Ooh, what was it? There's
Crap.
Medal of Honor. There's,
Medal of Honor.
Was that it?
Medal of
Okay.
Honor Rising Sun. Was sick.
Yeah.
You know, I actually want to say, prior to Halo, the OG and the first-person shooter that really revolutionized everything was GoldenEye.
Oh,
Um,
no doubt. You have
But
Yeah,
Halo
that's a good
took
point.
it to like another level.
Well, and the thing with GoldenEye is it made it so that you could move your character through the world and it felt natural with the joystick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you were typically relying on the magnetism aiming. There's still still exists
Auto
in
aim.
Halo,
Yeah.
but typically you could just point your character in the general direction of the enemy, and then it would finish off the nailing it for you. Where this one, we put a crosshair on the screen, and it's up to you to get the shot right.
Yeah.
And it just feels a little more, it just feels good. It's more satisfying to get that hit.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like we've gone back to James Bond, and it takes a minute. You have to get comfortable with the auto aim again.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to aiming yourself. Now you have to kind of get used to, I just turn and shoot near something and it'll correct where I'm supposed to be. If I fight that, I'm not going to do as well. Anyway, sorry, we cut you off, DJ. Why'd you pick Halo?
Well, I got to admit that I think a lot of it is just, this was the game when in my formative years growing up, and I spent so much time diving into it and trying to figure out the story, what elements of the story could I pick up from the gameplay, and then I loved first-person shooters in general. But the great thing about Halo, when you get into it, is that it's a unique feeling. I feel like when you step into a lot of first-person shooters, it's like, well, okay, you've got enemy B, you're faction A, you're humans, and then you got aliens, and it's kind of generic, and it's okay, well, whatever. But Halo dumps you off in this giant ring, adds an element of horror. Nothing too scary, but you're constantly like,
yeah, it's mature.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, some of the areas with the flood
there's some scary
was pretty
stuff
sketchy.
too.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh man, this is
Yeah, I
intense.
remember getting nervous playing this game on campaign, like for sure. That was
there's a
big
good
deal.
element of horror, and so it's
also
suspenseful.
awesome multiplayer campaign because you could play the whole campaign multiplayer the same way,
Oh yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah.
very cool. No, and that's got to be the other thing. So GoldenEye, right? You can play through it single player by yourself, or if you've got a buddy or a brother, you guys can both play through the campaign together. And
On GoldenEye?
No, not on GoldenEye.
On here.
On
Okay,
Halo.
okay.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, being able to go through together in a campaign was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with like the warthogs.
Oh, how cool
That's
is
so
that?
dope. Like, and they drive really cool, which is another thing I feel like they really helped with, like having vehicles in games. Is I actually liked how they drive, where you just move the thumbstick forward and turn, and that's your gas as well, instead of pressing A for gas and then that.
Yeah, I never thought about that until now.
That was very different.
Yeah.
In fact, the first time I jumped in a Warthog, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I not?
Where's gas?
Matt and I played it a little bit the other night.
And we wanted to prepare a little so we didn't look like
Yeah.
complete fools.
Oh, good.
And we
played Halo Infinity.
Oh, okay.
And it was,
That's my first time ever playing it, actually.
What'd you
I
think?
got in it and I immediately
Good.
pressed A or
Oh, yeah.
X or A.
no
or
A.
whatever.
I immediately pressed A and then I'm like, duh, that's not how these ones work. And I knew
No,
that,
it's
you know?
not. But it's easy to forget, right?
Yeah, but it's also easy to pick up on because the second you move the controller, it's going the way you want, and it works really well.
Yes.
With being on one controller and then just moving the camera side to side for your other one.
And you have
know?
the thrusters with the buttons too.
Yeah, with like the
So-
ghosts and
Oh,
stuff
how
and
cool
the
is
banshees.
that?
You do get those,
Banshees, those are cool.
Yeah, well, I think that was something that Halo 1 did really well, was not just the on-foot combat, but the vehicle gameplay is so fun.
Oh yeah.
It's so
And
fun.
I think that was another element of the campaign that was so beautiful is like you got to move through like James Bond. You would just move through as James Bond. You didn't get into any vehicles or anything like this. Whereas this, you were like, you're getting into all sorts of different vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going through different areas and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, the maps were so expansive, too. You
Yeah.
had to...
I mean, these maps are huge.
They're huge. You need a vehicle to get through it all. And luckily, using a vehicle is a lot of fun.
And isn't this kind of continuous play between levels? It doesn't have much loading, does it?
It does not.
Yeah,
which
because this is after Tony.
Also revolutionary.
Well, the first game to do that, remember we talked about that on the Tony Hawk podcast, was Tony Hawk Underground 2 had the skate through.
That's right.
And you'd skate the load screen you were technically skating to the next area and it was loading the next
is that
level. Right? Tony Hawk was pivotal in that. And now you kind of have that now in these games. As you have these sections where you're usually traveling. It's typically how they do it to load the next map.
Yeah. And in Halo, they do the same thing. You might be sent down to walk a corridor kind of like this while it loads the next section of the map. It's a nice trick on the user.
It's clever.
You don't see it coming.
But that makes sense because it was Activision, right? Oh, no, the Call of Duty is actually... Who does Halo? Who?
Bungie. Bungie was originally the creator of Halo. They... Microsoft bought the Halo IP after Halo ODST, and then they allowed Bungie to make Reach after that. I think that's correct. And then after that, Microsoft's
everything on this podcast.
It is correct and factual. Yes.
Yeah. We don't second guess ourselves.
I don't just pull facts out of.
Sometimes we update those.
We don't
facts
second guess ourselves, but we're like, don't quote me. And
don't research this, just trust me.
So what skipping ahead a little, what order is the game? So obviously there's Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3. Those are obviously the most pivotal ones in my eyes anyways, are the big ones. What happened after Halo 3?
After Halo 3, there was a game released on the same engine as Halo 3. So it's the same game.
Let me
mechanics.
Get in on this action for a second.
Oh, heck yeah. It's the same game mechanics and engine as Halo 3, but it's called ODST for Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. And you play instead of as a Spartan who's genetically modified and has this really cool battle suit, you play as a regular human, and you have to take things a little slower, and there's more of an investigative noir concept to it.
Did it do well? I
think it did pretty well. Okay. It wasn't as huge of a release as 3.
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
Don't get that twisted. And then
what came 4 is what came after that, or was that considered 4?
That would have been the 4th release.
Okay.
And then there was Halo Reach, and that was Bungie's last Halo game, and they put a lot of beautiful things in that game. Really great. But everyone that is familiar with Halo knows that typically you don't have sprint. When you're running through the game, this is as fast as you can go. Halo Reach introduced sprint as well as some other power-ups that kind of changed the gameplay around quite a bit.
Really? I feel like I remember sprinting in 2 and 3.
No.
Oh.
No.
Maybe it's just because I'm so used to playing Call of Duty. Because we played Infinity War, Halo Infinity, and it just came natural. I was just sprinting because I played Call of Duty before.
Right.
So, okay.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It would make perfect sense to me that you should be able to run.
Right.
But it also kind of complicates the level design, I think.
Oh.
Right? In fact, so you played Infinite recently.
Yeah.
Is it Infinity or is it Infinite? What is it?
It's Infinite, but...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep saying Infinity. I really don't know. After Halo 3, I fell off, you know?
That's okay.
I honestly shifted to Call of Duty. But we played multiplayer. We didn't play campaign. We played live multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
But, what was your... I can't remember what your question was. Where were we going with that? But yeah, I played...
Oh, you played Infinite recently.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, Infinite took a really... interesting departure from the previous games. Everything in the single player is linear, so you go through it. It's all designed to almost like there's scripted events, and you will trigger the event when you walk through an area that you have to go through. It all goes through almost like you're being tunneled through a level.
Yeah.
But in Infinite, it's open world. You can go anywhere you want.
Okay.
But I think that makes it more difficult to create a really tailored experience
for campaign. That makes sense. Yeah. You're almost like playing like GTA or this open world Zelda style game, and it's not
Yeah.
And Halo kind of was, I mean, really the campaign, I think, don't get me wrong, we'll get into the multiplayer, and that's what I played the most, like the LAN parties and stuff. But the campaign was just so pivotal, I think, to the growth.
I think so too. But for sure, we go back to Halo Combat Evolved, the first one, and you were talking about LAN parties, right? You can get 4 Xboxes plugged in together, and that's 16 players.
Yeah, it was nuts, dude.
On a map.
Dude, all night long, pissing your parents off.
Screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hot and ready, Little
best.
Caesars and Mountain Dew.
Little Caesars, Mountain Dew. We thought about, originally, before I got all sick, we were like, oh, maybe we should do Little Caesars and Mountain Dew, Code Red, and make it a real, like, LAN party podcast.
Oh, yeah. I would have loved that. But yeah, that was because I don't think previous consoles had that capability before. It was...
Honestly, I think my fondest memories growing up, at least with video games, is sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. It's not because I'm sick. I'm like, I got a tickle. Like, one of my favorite memories is hauling my Xbox over to my friend's house, and we all brought our Xboxes and a little small TV with us, and then getting set up in all these different rooms and just cables running through the house. And why it was such a big deal is because no one could screen look anymore. That was such a issue.
It went away.
The 64.
Yep, it went away because you could now have blue team and red team.
And then you just screen looking on your team,
which actually
which is in the room, and it was super helpful.
Yeah, it made couch. What do they call that? The couch experience. I mean, they try to translate that into Xbox Live too with the voice chat.
Yeah.
And I think in Halo 2 they did a great job doing that.
And don't get me wrong,
you guys played a lot of Halo 2 as well.
Oh yeah, we played a ton.
More than
I'd say
Halo
that's
3
the most
for sure.
we played. Yeah. And I honestly think like, I don't get me wrong, I see the benefits of live, and it's amazing because you can just be in your room and still experience like that kind of play.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that was lost to time when we moved to live because that was so fun.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Real quick, the Walked Easy said the jump in the Warthog in the campaign was sick, and I remember that jump, but I don't. Was it in 3? That big jump on with the Warthog.
Yes. So it's kind of funny. I felt like that was a callback to Halo 1, where you have to do a Warthog run to escape. It's the last level. They do the same thing in Halo 3. You have to do a Warthog run. You do a jump, and you it's the last thing you do to get onto the ship.
So what's your okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, because I want to make sure we have time for a draft and we can talk about those games too. So I'm going to kind of steer this conversation a little bit.
Do it, Captain.
So we go Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach.
Yep.
And then does it jump to Halo Infinity?
Actually goes to Halo 4,
Halo 4,
then Halo 5,
5,
and then Infinite.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep saying Infinity. Infinite.
It's all right.
So an Infinite is the last one.
Infinite is the last one, and that's the one that's supposed to be the Halo game for the next 10 years. That's what they want it to be.
Oh.
But
well, Xbox is kind of taking a turn for the worse lately.
Tell me about it.
PS5 is kind of taking over. I think Halo's the only thing that's keeping it alive.
Real quick, Nick Foles hopped on, says, "Boys, I'm at family dinner with my in-laws. I snuck away to say hey." Thanks, man.
Turn it up, bro.
Appreciate it. Get the family
Get
in
the
here.
family
Come
on.
on.
Sheer dedication.
I bet they all have questions. We could.
Okay, cool. So out of those games then, DJ, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Halo game?
It's got to be Halo 3.
Halo 3.
And part of that is just
Bria
because
says Xbox is striving.
Thriving? Or
Is it
striving?
She said striving.
Honestly, I think Xbox is good. Okay,
it is.
I just think it's not going to keep up. It's not going to keep up with Sony, dude. They've even admitted it. The Microsoft has even said they're behind.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And with the new Switch coming out, that's going to have Call of Duty and have the oh man, it's gonna be hard for them to compete. That's all I'm saying. It's cheaper, so that's kind of where you get a good sell. But Carson would. I'm glad he's with his in-laws because we've argued over this many times. Because He actually has both. He has a PS5 and an Xbox One, and he still is like, Xbox is the best. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
She meant thriving.
Thriving.
Okay, thriving.
She said cloud gaming, 200 free games. Starfield is free. Xbox is thriving. I've heard Starfield is dope.
She's not wrong. If you get Game Pass, which is $15 a month, you have access to like the 200 games in that library, and Starfield's one of them. I've been playing that for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's pretty awesome. But you don't have to pay at all for the individual title. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, but Switch is kind of doing that now too.
Are they?
Yeah, that's how we got all the old school games and stuff, and they have,
yeah.
you can play every 64, every Game
It's
Boy,
not monthly for
Super
that either,
Game Boy,
though.
and
It's a one-time
it's
charge.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I'm not trying to dog. I don't think I've been enough. To be fair, I haven't gamed enough in the recent years to really have an opinion on the subject. But just from what I've read in forums and some of the stuff I've heard people talk about, is they're just struggling to remain relevant and to keep up with the graphics and the impressive. I mean, the PS5 is just really incredible. So,
well, what are some of your favorite titles on PS5?
I haven't even played a PS5, but
I haven't either.
I honestly, I could, I don't know. PS4,
Call of Duty.
Call of
That's what
Duty.
Yeah.
It transfers.
but
so
there's Call of Duty
I bet
on
he'd love,
Xbox.
I bet he'd love Call of Duty on
Microsoft's
PS5,
trying to
so.
buy Activision, so that
Well, that changed things.
they said as part of that deal, we won't make it Xbox exclusive, we promise. But this is Microsoft we're talking about. I wouldn't trust a word they say. But
That's
like,
true.
if you want to dog on Microsoft, I will jump on with you because
To be fair, everybody, the way
But
I
we'll
know
still
DJ,
take you as a sponsor if you want.
yeah. To be fair, DJ does know his stuff. We actually work with DJ. I work with him in the IT department. I guess I'm not in the IT department. I'm like
you're an honerary IT.
yeah, I'm like a side cousin or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But DJ is in the IT department, so he knows his stuff, and he knows how frustrating Microsoft can be.
Yeah, they're not.
But
the most
also, you get a
consumer-friendly.
lot of cool things out of it. DJ also, he oversaw my, I built my computer, and I was so nervous to build it. I had DJ come over and help.
You did a
have me
great
watch-
job.
Watch over me as I did it to make sure I didn't screw anything up. But
You did a great job.
yeah, it
Look,
really
it's
wasn't
still
as hard
running.
as I thought it would be. Yeah, it's running.
Yeah.
It works for this podcast.
It's
So.
working great.
Yeah.
And I'm about
so
to duplicate it, so
let's
Oh,
get
I'm
into
gonna
the
pretty much duplicate it.
let's get into the draft. But before we do, Jord, to finish off Halo, what's your favorite Halo game?
It's got to be Halo 2. I played that one the most.
That's gonna be mine too. Halo.
Yeah,
2.
Yeah.
it was so
I
good.
loved Halo 3. Don't get me wrong, but I spent more time with Halo 2.
Totally fair.
And that was really, the LAN parties was really pivotal in that one, I think.
Yeah.
And I just remember the insane mania that was Halo 2 when it came out. Because
It was
everybody
an
realized,
event.
yeah, because everybody by then had realized, like, oh, Halo's awesome.
Mhm.
George, you want to switch with DJ? Because you're running into a wall.
I just
you're
barely
right.
did. I was trying to adjust, but
Get some tank play in there. That's
Gotta
but-
have some
freaking
tank play.
awesome.
Yeah, Halo 2 would be mine just because Halo was kind of a slow roll at first, and then people realized it, and then Xbox updated their huge controllers, and that was a big deal. Because those first Xbox controllers were awful.
Oh man, my brother loved those. He has
Really?
particularly large hands,
Okay.
so they fit him pretty well. But you're still traveling a
Still,
whole
it's
inch
just
to
like
get to
the
other
joysticks
buttons,
weren't that
like,
great either.
No,
But when they came out with Halo 2 and they made the controllers a lot more user friendly and a lot smaller, it just was it changed everything, man. It was such a big deal. I remember people would have like their clans and stuff that they go and like.
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
dude,
that was cool.
It was a big deal, man. Like I remember back in high school being like invited as I was a an alternate in case one of them dropped in this really, really good like Halo group. And I went one time because one of them was sick. And I remember the whole time just being like, just have more kills than deaths. Just have more kills than deaths. I don't care if I only have 3 kills. As long as I only have 1 death and I've contributed somehow, I'm good. Because they were just insane. They were so good. Some people were so, and I felt like I was a decent Halo player back in the day, but there were some people that were just insane.
Yeah.
All right, let's get rolling, dude. Let's do this draft. So
real quick, Bree said, "You're talking Halo and saying Sony is better. This stings, guys."
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair. We sense the irony.
If Halo continued with, if Halo got on PlayStation, let's just do that.
I wouldn't be too
I would
opposed
also
to
say
that.
like
I'm just attached to Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
That's
say if
what it is
Halo
for me.
moved
Yeah.
forward like Call of Duty did with their game series a bit too, where it just some of the gameplay struggled after 3. So,
Oh, I have to agree.
so.
There's a particularly offensive gameplay mechanic in Halo 5 where part of playing Halo is that you have Marines that fight alongside you, but you can take their weapons and you don't particularly care if they perish, right?
Right.
You're just trying to take out the Covenant yourself. Halo 5, you now have to babysit 3 other Spartans that will constantly get knocked out and killed, and you have to go revive them.
Oh, that'd be
And
frustrating.
it's not
Yeah.
fun. I hate it so much.
Okay, so DJ, how
Yes,
the
sir.
draft works, okay?
'Kay.
Have you ever played fantasy football?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Like a true nerd. Unlike I forced
Happy to
Jordan,
represent nerd in here.
I forced Jordan to do it this year, and I'm doing terrible. He's kicking my butt on our
Well, good.
on our dispatch league. But my serious league, I'm killing it. So we're just gonna go over it real quick. How it works is we're gonna do a team of 5. So you're gonna pick your favorite game based on what's available. And now your game might not be available if somebody else drafts it. So the draft order, I don't know who's gonna start, but usually it goes who's ever first will draft, then the second person, then the third person. The third person then gets to draft twice because they're the 3rd and 4th pick.
Okay.
Then it goes back. So if you were going first, you get pick 1, Jordan second, him, then me, I get 3rd, I get 4th pick as well. Jordan to get 5th, you'd get 6th, and then 7th, right? And you snake
Gotcha.
back and forth.
Okay.
Cool. So
I've actually gone second most of the times, other than when it was me and you, because of my position. So let's do it this way. Let's give him first. Since
Okay,
he's
cool.
the guest, and then
So-
you.
Yeah,
and me
I'm-
is
yeah,
let's
fine.
do that. That sounds good. So we're going to start with you, DJ. You're going to pick your game. I'll go second. Jordan will go 3rd, and we'll snake back, okay? All until we have 5 teams.
And
Now,
I will write down our teams.
so we like to do fun team names. So think of your team name as you kind of get your teams. Like, for example, last time we drafted, we did cartoon characters, and I had Kronk on my team from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, yeah.
So my team was the Squeak Squeakers.
Okay.
Jordan had the Genie on his team, and so he named his team the Genius team.
Yeah.
So maybe think of that. If you can't think of anything by the end of it, whatever. But be thinking of that as you draft, okay?
Okay.
So you, with the number 1 overall pick for the first-person shooter draft of the Super Davis Bros podcast, what pick are you going with and why?
Boys, I hate to be obvious, but I'm here to talk about a particular game. I'm going to pick Halo.
Which one?
Which one? All right, I'm going to say Halo
You
3.
can't have all of
Nice.
them.
No, I want all the
You can't be
Halos.
like Halo.
No.
Then I'd be like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It'd be over.
And then I'm gonna be like,
I was
like games.
I was really hoping to pull that over on you guys. You're too sharp. Dang it.
Halo 3, great pick, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic pick.
Thank
So why is it your first pick? And maybe give us your favorite memory or something fun about Halo 3.
Well, one of my favorite memories about Halo 3 was that when I was so excited when this came out to play, I pre-ordered it, and it actually got delivered a little late, so everyone else had been able to play before I
No, we
was.
didn't get no pre-ordered on this. We were the last of the bus. to get
Yeah.
this.
dude, we had to wait till it was.
Well,
Our parents did pretty good. I'd say it's like the Christmas after it came out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is when we got it
So
or something.
what happened was, though, is I actually broke my wrist snowboarding right about as this came out. So I had to get surgery. So I had a cast on before I could play. But I refused to let that stop me. So my friends came over. We all hopped on the same TV.
You duct tape your thumb long farther.
I couldn't use my fingers, so I used my mouth just to
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So ridiculous. But I did very well. Positive kill deaths.
Nice.
So
Prove
I
it.
did pretty good.
Prove it. Let's see you do it right now.
All right. Well,
He
Get
lied.
up in that
get out
controller.
the cutscene. Yeah.
We need to move our podcast rating from G to PG-13.
Good thing you brought your
DJs
own
make it out with our
controller.
controllers. Cool. Good pick, man. And cool story.
Yeah,
All right, I'm up next. So
Cool story, Hansel. Thanks, Olaf.
Okay, cool story, bro. Then I found $20. So I'm gonna go with the OG. Then I'm gonna go with GoldenEye.
Great.
So-
I knew you were
Great.
going to pick that
I just the game's iconic. It started it all, and I'm really excited that I was able to get that. I was nervous that it would be the first one to go. Although Halo 3 is fantastic pick.
I mean, if I was being smart about it, I probably should have gone GoldenEye, but I can't.
It's
I love
okay.
Halo.
It's okay,
I
man.
just love it.
Fantastic pick. We talked GoldenEye before. We're probably gonna do a James Bond episode, but
Oh, good.
I don't think it kind of goes without saying. I think everybody can think back to when they played GoldenEye with their friends, and it was the first real game I think that brought in more people than two, and was fun. And I love.
I mean, how many
GoldenEye, so-
sleepovers were there? That
Yeah,
you had
dude.
four guys
Yeah,
come over,
exactly.
and you all hooked up, and somebody was screen watching, but
Yeah.
I was.
I didn't hook up with my guy friends, but we did all. We did.
Not ashamed to say it.
No,
I'm not worried about it. We hooked up.
I totally know. He's like, I don't even care, dude. But
I'm not worried about it.
yeah, no.
Why do you think he always calls me? He always says I love Green Mario.
Okay, so that's my pick. George, you're up.
All right. I don't know if this is gonna. I wonder if it's gonna be on either of your lists. I don't think it'll be on Matt's. But my first is gonna be Star Wars Battlefront.
Great pick.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
That's the hardest part. Dang it.
Now, which console are we talking for that one?
It's just the game,
I'm gonna go
so
Star
it
Wars
doesn't-
Battlefront 2 because that kind of.
I'm trying to remember when.
I feel like
one came
that
out.
also courses into the new and the old because they just refurbished it.
I see. Okay,
So,
fair enough.
I'm gonna go with Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's kind of hard because I liked them both, but 2 for sure. Dude, I loved that gameplay. So cool how it was set up. Being able to play as Jedis, play as like all these different types of stormtroopers, and drive vehicles was sick. And then their revamp of it is amazing too. You get to like fly in space. You get to do everything.
I've never even played it.
I didn't think you had. So,
Yeah. Okay, what's your next pick?
but my next pick is going to be. I'm gonna take Halo 2.
Dang it!
I think a lot of people are going to agree with you on that one.
Ah, man, good pick. So, favorite? Do you want to do a memory or expand on that a little bit,
I
or
think he's invincible right now.
My memories come from LAN parties for
Yeah.
sure.
the
which came
levels?
with
I feel like
both.
were so good in Halo 2 as well.
They
Yeah.
were.
Is Halo 2 when Live was introduced? Or
Yes.
was it? Yeah.
Yes.
So I remember in Riverton when Live was introduced, and we're like, "What? You can like connect with people
What a
from
bizarre,
wherever?"
bizarre
You know,
concept.
it was
right?
Yeah,
weird.
and we had. It was funny because we got like the little, we'd get like the passes, the little like scratch off like 30 minutes of live time, right?
Yeah.
And we right?
Throwing me down memory lane.
I
with that.
know.
I forgot about
Well,
that.
so we had it set up. Our TV was over our fireplace in our living room, and we convinced our parents to let us set it up on the big TV, right? And we're doing the scratch offs, freaking getting 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever they come in. I can't remember, but we set it up, and we're in playing these games, and we're like, "Whoa, this is crazy! We're fighting other people just like us from who knows where," and then they had microphones already.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Oh.
So we just heard it coming in on the TV, and you hear people like, F this, oh, yes.
Oh, I remember Mom
and my mom's
lost
like,
it. It was like, what is
They're
going
like, but
on?
we can turn that off. We can turn that off.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. And we'd still, the thing is we'd play live. I think you could you LAN and live?
Yes. Not at the same time. If you wanted to LAN, it was strictly a LAN party.
But you could do like 4-player live at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't you?
We did it all the time. We would grab, 3 of my buddies would come over. We'd get all 4 of us on the same TV, and then we'd play another 4-player team somewhere else in the world.
Which is sick, considering how, like, Matt and I run into this all the time. We're like, let's play Call of Duty. Let's hop on multiplayer and just play team deathmatch together.
Yes.
Nope, you both have to have an Xbox account.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
It
drives
used
us
to be
nuts.
you could
It's
have
like-
a guest,
you used
but
to be
the
able-
new ones you can't do the guest anymore.
We always thought that might be an indicator that the guests were going to be bad players. Not always the case,
Yeah.
right? But we're like, you're playing with
with
guests.
a guest. Yeah, you probably have somebody. Yeah, dude, that's a great thought, Jordan. I also thought live came like midway through Halo 2 release. I don't feel like it came right when it came out.
I think
It
it
was
did. I think it
ready
just hit.
for the
Yeah.
launch.
Oh,
We
okay.
just didn't get it until later.
And I think a lot of people might have been that way because I feel like I played a lot
actually
of
think
LAN
it was
parties with Halo 2.
Baker that introduced us to live.
I got to tell
At
you
a LAN
guys,
party,
maybe why I'm a bit traumatized with Xbox Live and Halo 2.
Yeah.
Because when the opportunity to sign up for Xbox Live and choose your gamer tag came up, I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to put my name, my real name. So then I start playing and there's teammates like, oh, DJ Hepler, I'm going to kill you. You F that. And it was like, this
like,
starts to feel personal.
They know me.
Yeah,
They're talking
dude.
about my mom. And I hated it. So it was like, I eventually just disconnected my headset. I was like, I don't want to get yelled at with my real name. Got that fixed. So now it's easier to play. But it was traumatizing.
What's your tag now?
Sneaks McGurk.
Sneaks McKirk.
Yeah. I thought
Are
it
you
was.
still Hammer Time, Jordan?
I was originally Bill and Mutt.
Well, you were originally Bill and I
Bill,
was Mutt.
and then we
I
got
mean,
it
we had
together
a
and we did Bill and Mutt.
We had to share a live account, so it became Bill. Because he was like, every time you killed him, it was you killed Bill.
Kill it.
And
I like that.
and Mutt was like a weird name I had when I was a swimmer because I could swim all the events really fast. So they called me a Mutt
Shaka.
because I could do like all the like a Mutt.
Yeah, you
And so
got a mix of talents.
yeah. And so we went to Bill and Mutt. We were Bill and Mutt for years.
My gamer tag now is Hammer Time.
Oh yeah.
Hammer Time. I like it.
Okay, so I'm up because we got to move this along. We always start out talking too much,
That's
then we
okay.
rush the last one.
Keep this ship on the right direction,
Yeah,
Captain.
so I'm gonna go with oh man,
Sucker.
I'm gonna go.
We took Halos.
Yeah, I'm tempted to do the first one, but I think I'm gonna hold
That'd
off.
be a solid pick, though.
That's not a bad way to go. Just because, like we said, it established the standard.
Okay, it's because you guys want.
I feel
something
like
else.
what's funny is I feel like that could determine quite a few people's votes because people like nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
People loved Halo 2.
I don't care about other people's.
You know,
votes.
I'm just saying when we put it up as a poll.
Okay, I'm gonna do Halo and not talk about it too much because we already kind of talked about it. I'm gonna do it for similar reasons with GoldenEye. It was iconic. It was what started it all. So
Ooh, good
Halo's my pick. And my funny memory is we had Charles on the podcast 2 weeks ago. Our cousin, I remember her taking Halo over to her house and being like, "You got to play this game. It's so awesome." And she was terrible. And we were just sniping her the whole time. And it was kind of where our friendship took a turn.
Oh no!
As cousins, we used to hang out a lot when we were kids. Halo's
Then
like
you
that
squashed
pivotal,
her
like
at Halo.
Yeah, we're in different places now in
That's
our lives.
fair. There've been a lot.
We got our other cousin Bree hooked on it though.
Yeah,
good.
She
get mad
loved it,
though because we'd.
but it was funny
smoke her.
because we'd smoke them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's my number 2. So you got that written down, Jordan?
Yep.
'Kay,
Halo.
all right.
Go ahead, DJ. What's
You're
your
up, DJ.
next?
My next pick is Doom 2016.
Dude, I wish I would have played that more. I've only played it like randomly at friends' houses.
The OG is fantastic, but the reason I'm going with 2016...
And then you could do like...
2016?
Yes, because at the time, the Doom franchise had been kind of stagnant and was struggling.
Yeah.
But when they released the new Doom 2016, and it was so fast-paced and gory, I loved it. I just loved everything about it. It was so cool. And then Doom Eternal was a wonderful follow-up, but I feel more attachment to Doom 2016.
That's a great pick.
I'm going to go Doom.
You know what makes me think of Doom is I went to school to be an audio engineer, and one of the tasks that we had was we had to put sound to the Doom game, which you have things, you can go find those all over the internet where they're like, hey, or what's his bucket?
Tim Allen.
Yeah, or yeah.
Is that in the Doom game?
No, but somebody replaced all the audio files.
No, you can
with
replace
like
every audio file.
Tim Allen grunt. And so no matter what you do in the game, it's just
What's the guy's name in Zoolander? Not Ben Stiller, but the other dude.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Have you seen that one where it's like wow? There's one on YouTube.
Wow.
But I did one, and I just was immature and thought it'd be hilarious to do like certain guns were like fart sounds, and then one was a sneeze. And then I placed it in there. So Doom, I think that's a great pick.
Doom's, the OG Doom still like has a massive player base.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Good pick. Okay, I'm up then.
I wish I.
Oh no, you get another one.
I've only
another.
Yep. Okay.
Now I thought about this, and I'm trying to remember exactly which one. See, I'm tempted to go and grab one of the most OG ones. Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolf, not Return, but Castle Wolfenstein.
Dude, I never played that, but everyone talks about
played
that
it
game.
either.
That was another one of those ones that was.
Are you gonna pick that?
Genre defining. So yes.
Okay, cool, man.
Is it just called Wolfenstein, or is it called Captain Wolfenstein? And
well,
isn't there remakes? Are you gonna pick a specific?
I'm gonna go with the OG Wolfenstein because, dude.
Man, I feel like your team name has to revolve around that, like the Wolfensteins.
Yeah.
Or Master Chief Wolfenstein.
We'll be the Master Chefs.
Master Chefs. Oh, he's already got a good name. That's a good one. Okay, Master Chefs. I love that. All right, I'm going next then. So I'm going to go with my favorite, the game I played the most, the game I think that I was the best at with first-person shooters. I was obsessed with this game. Jordan probably already knows it's coming. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I was balling at this game by normal gaming standards.
I don't think you're picking the right one.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
I shouldn't take this because I would like it, but I think that you should have the one. I believe it's just Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was your favorite.
It wasn't Modern Warfare 2?
So Modern Warfare 2, I kept mixing them up too. I think, let me kind of show you a little bit. We can kind of move on, but
maybe it was just Modern Warfare. You might be right.
I'm pretty sure Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This one.
Oh, no skulls. Gotta fix that.
Go to a level.
Hold on.
Okay. Let's showcase
this
Delta
one.
Halo.
We played a ton of, Matt.
Okay. I don't think it's that one.
But let me just jump over to Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Sorry for everybody on the podcast. I do want to get it right because I there's so many Call of Duties.
I want you to get it right because I was wondering which one you would choose to.
Yeah.
You played a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2, but oh my gosh. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. But Call of Duty
freeze.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's the game that froze.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All
okay.
Right. It won't take long to get back.
Sorry, guys.
But Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was when we started doing 2v2s, Matt. So you may be right. Or 1v1s and stuff like that. But I felt like I played that more with like Baker and Dylan.
Okay, I'll trust you then. I'm just going to trust you, okay? So I'll do Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. You're probably right. I think you are right. So it was the fourth installment of Call of Duty Modern
Warfare, which is when they started like real good live play.
Yeah,
for Modern,
okay, it was
for
that
Call
one.
of
You're
Duty.
right. You're right. That's the one I'm picking. Thank you for
Which
being
is
honest.
sick, and they remastered it. And I love playing the remastered version. I'm jealous that you got that one. I didn't want you to mess it up because I figured that would be your pick.
Thanks,
and
dude.
I thought you'd mess it up with Modern Warfare 2.
That
And
was kind of
that'll lead to my next one anyways.
Okay, cool. So that's my pick.
So.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Love that game. I got really good at the game, so much so that Jordan would get really frustrated when we played.
Yeah.
And I remember I got
that.
so good at that game that I remember playing Baker and being able to hang with Baker. He's like one of the
Which is
greatest
hard to
people
do.
we've ever done.
Baker is very
in that
good.
game.
And Dylan's really good at it too.
I also knew I was really good because I'd always I was always at the top, battling for the top. I was playing with a lot of the gold star people. I remember that was like a big deal. But
Oh yeah, the ranks.
yeah. So that's my pick.
Nope.
So you're up, Jordan.
Okay, so I'm going to take the other one, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, cool. I did play that one a lot, and I did
yes.
like that one. But yeah, I'm glad you helped me out. That's a good pick.
Sorry. And then I think so when me and my buddies played a lot of like 2v2 and 1v1s, which was awesome until everybody learns how to do the glitches and all the little cheats and all
Yeah.
that stupid stuff that ruins it, and it makes me so mad. Spawn killing, knowing how to set up in the right spot so you can make them spawn in certain places and kill them.
Yeah, spawn killing was the most frustrating. thing
Yes.
ever, dude. People get so good they just like practice throwing grenades in the spawn area, and they just like.
That happens on a lot of first-person shooters.
Yeah.
It's
It's honestly something that is so easily, I feel like, so as a programmer would be so easy to fix. Like you just do a random trigger that puts you in different populations of the map, and just
well, and you'd think you could at least put in some kind of check, like is there a player here waiting to kill this person?
Yeah.
If so, don't spawn.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm sure
Jordan.
that's been
So
implemented.
my next one is going to be Call of Duty again. I think Call of Duties were the biggest one in my
Yeah,
life
dude.
after Halo kind of died away for me. Especially since Call of Duty jumped onto PlayStation. It was like, finally I can kind of have all my games in one system.
Yeah.
Other than
So
Halo,
this is pick
unfortunately.
4.
This
five.
is my fourth
This is
pick.
fourth. You'll have one more after this.
Yeah.
We'll have one more round. Okay,
Yes.
Dual
And
wielding's so cool.
I am going to pick Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
go. Oh, good pick.
And the reason I'm picking that one is that is when they came out with the Battle Royale for Call of Duty.
Like
which
Fortnite style?
Yep. Drop in a bunch of players on the map. You can have like your team of 4 or whatever with you. And you just, fight until the last man standing, it was so much fun. I felt like I always sucked at it, but it still was fun to me. And that one really started it off for me. And I was like, this is cool gameplay.
Good pick.
So
All right, so I'm up. This will be my fourth, right? So I'll have one more pick after this. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you the two I'm debating between. I already have the one I'm going to pick, but I'm debating between World at War, the throwback Call of Duty,
Oh yeah.
where you did World War II. I really loved that one. But the one I'm going to pick,
that one was zombies, because that one had
Zombies. That was
Oh,
the
that was
introduction
so
of
much fun.
zombies.
That you could play that over and
Yeah.
over again for hours.
And zombies was never really my jam, but
I loved it.
But people were so into that. But here's the one I'm going to pick. And it's not one that I think a lot of people liked. But I loved it because it felt like a blend of Halo meets Call of Duty. And it was George, you're going to have to help me with the title on this. But I believe it was called Call of Duty Future War.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I just had so much fun playing that game. It kind of felt like Halo meets Call of Duty, and I loved Halo because you could do big jumps. You had these cool, weird guns. And that was the one that introduced, like, you could jump up, like, crawl, like, climb across walls and jump over levels and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it was definitely Halo
Meets-
mixed. It was like...
It was like Halo meets Call of Duty, and I just loved
Well, it was just
playing
adding
that.
mech suits to normal infantry, which was so cool. You
Yeah.
know, they
I
had these.
do
I love the
mechs.
wall climb,
Right?
too,
They're
dude.
so cool.
The wall climb was like my favorite.
So when
I
you
just-
say wall climb, you're running along the wall?
Yeah, you could jump up on walls and run
Okay.
on walls,
And you get double jump. You could even add perks
You could do
that
boost
give you more
over,
moves,
and
that
you could
kind of
like
stuff.
shoot up
There
over
was
the
so
level.
I mean, there's so much to all those games now on live, but there was like so many different things you could do. You could add an extra boost. You could add further run.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of things. I didn't play it a lot, but I did like the times that I played it. And sometimes I felt like I was pretty good at it because I've never been so much of a strategic Call of Duty player, but more of like a just go out and just kill. So my favorite Call of Duty type of game was called Kill Confirmed,
Kill Confirmed is
which
way
is
fun.
what my team name will be. Kill Confirmed.
Nice.
Ooh, smart.
I
pick.
like
And
that.
Dang, that's a good comparison.
so that
My
one
team
was
name's
so much
gonna
fun.
be weak compared
My-
to you guys.
I remember my buddies would be like,
Ooh, good hit.
they always called them a like tag biatch.
Yeah, because they just go around and get all the tags.
So that was me for sure, man. I mean, I got a lot of kills, but my friends would kill him, and he'd be like, tag, 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 and I'd just run. I'd just be sprinting through the map, like with, run just to get all the tags, because that's how you win, and it was just fun to me. So
Let's see. What other shooters
All right.
you going to get?
So-
Plasma sword.
DJ,
So-
you are picking your last two. These are your last two. Okay.
say that
Last
again in the
two.
mic.
The plasma sword?
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
So good. Check this out, right? What other game? Well,
Yeah, the sword was sick,
oh,
dude.
dude. And then the funny thing about the lunging in Halo 2 is if you missed, you would shoot straight off the map sometimes. But for my next pick,
Yeah, your last two.
in fact, so what you mentioned about the wall running and the mechs, Titanfall 2,
I was wondering if that was
I'm
going to go.
grabbing it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew
it's
it.
so good.
And
I was late to the party on that one.
Titanfall 2 is dope, man.
You know
It's
what?
so good.
I think I would have been safe not doing Black Ops 4 yet.
You could have snuck
And
in,
I
yeah.
could have got that one. That was my debate between them, but I'm like, that was
Black
a
Ops
good
is
one. That
great,
was a
but
good one.
I don't-
And I didn't think you'd choose it, but I thought maybe you would choose it, so I took it. Dang it.
Yeah.
I liked
Good
Advanced too much.
choice. That's so good.
Sick pick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing amazing.
I'm the best.
I'm the best. That's my team.
So,
name.
so then I select again.
You get
Yep.
one more. This is your last pick, and then we'll go over the teams at the end, and we'll do the
Okay.
poll.
Okay.
So we are running a little low on time.
I am struggling to think of the other ones. Let me ask you this: does Portal count as an FPS?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't, like, we did add Fortnite,
We debated.
and that is
we
not.
did.
Yeah.
Fortnite's not a first.
It doesn't feel.
shooter.
Yeah, you can
No,
do.
it's your third person. You
Can you
actually
do
see
first
your-
person in Fortnite?
I think you can.
So I
You should
guess
ask
it
Bree.
could be-
If Bree's on,
Yeah,
she'd
somebody
know.
should know.
Bree
Um,
definitely would know.
I say Portal counts as a first person.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Portal 2.
Okay.
One of hands down the best
Innovative
innovative games. I've never seen anything like it, and the
Yeah.
writing they added on top of that, it's one of the funniest games I've ever played.
Which is hard to do. Comedy
yeah,
in
I
video
agree.
games is like not a thing, really. Like,
Oh man, they
there's-
nailed it. They
There's very
nailed
few
it.
games that
So-
can pull it off.
Real quick, the Walked Easy said Sword is legit. Tegan said, yes, TJ, been playing Titanfall all day.
Yeah, Titanfall is a great pick, dude.
And
I'm
then Walked Easy
jealous
said
of that pick.
Titanfall was my fave, but 2
Thank you, my
was
rocket,
also good.
Yeah.
The cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie.
But yeah, Bree, if you did catch that, we're talking about Fortnite, whether or not it's an actual first-person shooter. Let us know. I'll try to watch for it.
Okay, that's back to me. Okay,
Okay.
this is my sleeper pick. I've joked about it on the podcast and I'm taking it now. Pokemon Snap.
You'll lose.
Heck no, dude.
That's awesome.
It's
Pokemon
first person,
Snap- it's
and
fir-
you're shooting.
Yeah, dude.
It
I'm
counts.
calling it first person shooter. and the
I'm
only
fine
reason
with that.
I'm really taking that just because it's kind of been my running joke in the podcast whenever it's been brought up. So
How dare we mention
my
GoldenEye
team is
without
first.
mentioning-
My team name's going to be first person Snap.
We did try to play that
on that.
one of the
really?
days.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
It was hard.
My team's going to be first person Snap.
Oh, that's good. I
My
like
experience with Snap was only at Blockbuster, but they had that kiosk.
Kiosks,
Yeah,
where you
dude.
could like go and print out your photos.
Yep, spent a lot of time there.
We rented that game like 3 times, and I don't know why it's such a boring game.
it just
But
is.
you know what? It's just funny. I just thought it'd be a fun pick, so that's why I picked it.
Fair enough.
And the kiosks were kind of cool. That was kind of a crazy thing that you
Yeah,
could play
come on.
video
Everybody
games, and
liked
then-
that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was cool. Even if you weren't into
and it's
Pokemon.
a throwback to Blockbuster. So
Oh, yeah. Let's do a shout out to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Are there any left or are they all dead?
There's one left.
There's
in
one left.
Portland.
We did a podcast on it. You can go
In-
back and
not
listen to it.
I will.
Yeah.
In
Streaming awards and
Washington or
podcasts.
Oregon. It was in Oregon, I think.
Is it Oregon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, Jordan, your last pick. Then we'll go over them.
So, oh man, this is very hard for me. Have either of you guys played VR?
Dude, I've been dying to play some VR games and I haven't
Just
gotten
on
around
the like
to it.
ledge and that scary.
I have a
funny
feeling
ones.
Know what you're going to say?
Because it's on Xbox as well.
Oh, maybe not then.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is
okay.
it?
I'm having a hard time choosing because I want to go nostalgic and say Unreal Tournament because that game was dope.
You should do Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
I think I should. I think I'm going to. There was 3 games that I was having the hardest time with. That Unreal Tournament's probably the one. Star Wars Jedi Knight, the Jedi Academy was dope because you got to pick all of your force and decide to be in the dark side or the light side.
That's cool.
It was sick. But the other one was Super Hot on VR.
That's a great one.
That one's sick.
In VR, there's got to be some kind of experience.
It is.
That's
a
the
blast.
gun one, right? Where
Yeah, and
we
you go
played that, yeah.
you move, the time moves as fast as your body's moving.
Yeah.
It's like the John Woo, like
That one is. I had actually
catching
picked that
guns
one,
and
dude. That
chucking
one's
them
so
in.
clever.
It is super clever.
You should do that one,
so,
dude.
But between Unreal Tournament, because I had so much fun playing Unreal Tournament as a kid.
Then do that. It's your team, right?
And yeah, no, I'm just
Give me the tank.
just
give me
kind of
the
back and
tank.
forthing it a little bit, but
Such a hard decision.
There we go.
that was my
Yeah,
first
baby.
my first
Look at this bad
first
boy.
person shooter game that I remember is Unreal Tournament.
Where did you first play it? Do you remember?
At my house in Riverton, in the computer we had on dial-up in the front room.
Oh, heck yeah. What I thought was funny is that the school IMAX at my middle school had Unreal Tournament pre-installed. And they didn't know we were playing it, because we didn't want to get in trouble. But you could play Unreal all day. I kind of wish I
never
had
played it.
picked
Jordan
Quake.
played it. I never played it.
I'm gonna go stick with Unreal Tournament mainly because I loved Super Hot, and plus you guys can't pick it now because we're done. But
We are done.
Super Hot could have added more games. I beat the game in a night. You know what I mean? Like you can beat the game,
It gets old quick.
and well, it's
It's a really cool game, but it can get old
It's
pretty quick.
got a shtick.
Any VR does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a shtick that is
Yeah.
fun, but I found the replayability to be
yeah.
Yeah, you made
'Cause
the right
you-
pick, dude. You
Yeah,
made the right pick.
You can jump through it way quick. You can jump through it so fast once you've learned where the guys are and stuff and how to move and whatnot. But way cool, especially if they added to it. That would have definitely been it. But
Okay, before
Unreal Tournament.
we review our teams, I'm gonna go over the poll. Then Jordan will review our teams, and we'll all vote on our favorite. You cannot vote for yourself. We have to clarify this with Jordan every time.
me,
So we had a poll. So here's the games we had on our poll on our Facebook group. And if you are not on the Facebook group and you're a new listener, please join it. We have
Get on the
fun.
Facebook group.
We have a lot of fun polls that go up. So it's Super Davis Bros Facebook group. So here are the games: Halo,
boy.
Halo 2, Halo 3, GoldenEye, Titanfall 2, Doom, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Quake 3, Rainbow Six, Fortnite, Half-Life 2, Perfect Dark, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Fallout 4, Fallout. No one did Fallout, right?
no.
No.
Fallout 4.
I
That's a
thought
good
about
one.
it, but I didn't play enough of it to justify putting it on
That's
my team.
how I felt
Yeah,
about
that's
I
a
it.
good
love those
game,
big
dude.
open world games. I wish I
Yeah.
could play more of them, but
Have you
I
tried?
can't keep track of
Have
them
you
long
tried the
enough.
Starfield?
Here's
yet?
another good one.
I haven't.
It's
Is
and I
Red
haven't
Dead-
watched it,
Fallout
but
in space. It's fantastic.
So Fortnite's not a
I know
first-person
it looks
shooter.
so good.
That's pretty cool.
Fortnite's not a first-person shooter. We should just nix that from the poll. But
Let's see
Red
if
Dead
Bree said
Redemption was
anything.
added last. I thought Red Dead wasn't a first-person either.
It can be.
Okay.
You can alternate between the third-person view and first-person, but I would argue the first-person is not that satisfying.
All right. So here's the... did you have something, Jordan, before I throw the winner? We have a tie for third, a tie for second, and a tie for first. Our first ever first tie.
Ooh.
So, tie for third is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2 and Perfect Dark.
I
Just
forgot
so you know,
about Perfect.
Bree did say, "Nope, I still feel stupid for voting for the." I feel like that's for voting for Fortnite as a.
Oh yeah.
But
Then,
maybe not. So who knows?
You
Called
can't
out
argue
regardless.
with the success. It wasn't my kind of game.
Okay, here we go. Here's the tie for number 2 is GoldenEye and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And the winner of our poll is a tie. A surprising tie for me, actually. Halo 2, which I thought would win it all. Tied with this, you must be right about this, George. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Wow.
job.
Wow.
Dude.
I love it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So, that is the poll. So let's go over our. Thank you for everybody that voted. It wasn't as popular. It was far more popular than our Jane Austen poll. But we had a lot of good downloads of Jane Austen. So some people out there liked listening because it did well with our downloads. So thank you. Those. My beautiful, amazing wife loves Jane Austen. We did
For what it's worth, your
movie
guys'
review.
English accents were spot on.
Did you hop on
listened to
after I
that?
told you?
That was
They-
bad.
He was
love
like,
it.
"How'd your Jane Austen one go?" And I'm like, "It was good." I thought it was a fun podcast, which I was coming into it really skeptical. I thought it was gonna suck, but I'm like, you gotta understand that we do stop doing the accents after the first couple
like
minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah, it was.
I'm like, because I was thinking like, oh man, people are gonna get so annoyed by this. Like, if these guys do this the whole time, nope.
I'm out.
We're gonna
No, we
ban
had a
them
lot
for
of
life.
download. We had a lot of downloads of that podcast. Surprisingly,
that's awesome.
So thank you all that listen. Okay, Jordan, let's go over the teams one more time. Let's look at our cool gear, and then we'll call it a day. So,
And while we're looking at the cool gear, I want to throw in some honorable mentions as well.
okay,
But
cool.
then we'll call it.
All right.
So the first-person shooter draft is Team Master Chefs
Oh, yeah.
with DJ. That's Halo 3, Doom 2016, Wolfenstein, the OG, Titanfall 2, and Portal 2. Man, that's a
good
wicked
list,
strong list.
And,
Strong.
that has a lot of diversity. That one.
Strong team.
Yeah, that is a strong team.
Trying to cover all the bases,
And then Matt's is First Person Snap, and GoldenEye, Halo, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and Pokemon Snap. Dope. Definitely versatile. I think the only one that sets you back is Advanced Warfare didn't get a ton of.
I know. I
not
just
a lot
loved
of
that
people
game.
loved
so
it, but
I'm
it
cool
was
with
still
it.
dope and way different from the other Call of Duties. So
What?
I think people like.
But I got GoldenEye and the OG Halo.
Yeah,
so
you got a
that's a
wicked good
lock.
list.
Hopefully,
GoldenEye's
that'll
a
keep
lock.
me in the
Everybody has
running.
memories about that one. So
And then mine is Kills Confirmed, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, Halo 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. There's something going on with twos that I
twos.
like.
like the
Maybe you should
sequels.
have done Kill Confirmed too.
Yeah. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Unreal Tournament.
You should have just done Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You
Yeah,
could have called yourself
just
like the
two.
Tutus
Just to
or something.
Yeah.
the tutus.
The tutus, there we go.
That's a good list too, dude. You got some of my
Those are
favorite
all
games in
good,
there,
man.
All these games are awesome. Okay, let's vote. Everybody vote. I'm gonna vote first. I am gonna go.
This is really hard for me, actually.
I'm gonna go with Jordan. Actually, I'm sorry, DJ. The only reason I'm going with Jordan is Halo 2
got some nepotism around here. I get it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine.
Typically, I like to vote for the guest. I don't like my brother. If you can't tell, I can't.
This should have been an easy
him.
win for me. I don't know. what happened.
This hurts my feelings too because I'm not going to vote for DJ. And only because I would.
You know what? It's because we grew up in the same house playing the same
I
first
know
person.
it
That's
is,
exactly
and
what
that's
it
the
is.
only reason, and that why I feel bad. But I feel like you could do wicked good on the when we put the poll on our
Well,
Facebook
it's
site.
okay for you guys to commit to being wrong together. I think there's a lot of unity in that. So
that was good. Okay,
you know,
but I didn't
I'm
play
actually respect
Wolfenstein
that.
or Doom enough. I only played like
Portal
quick
was such
play
a good
for Doom.
pick, though.
I love
Portal
Portal.
was awesome.
Doom is a
Titanfall
good-
awesome.
yeah.
Halo 3 awesome. Ugh, I'm jealous of those three, but I didn't
Yeah.
play the other two, and that's why.
There's a couple other ones I wish I might have said instead. Like Unreal's a great one, right?
Yeah.
But along the same lines would have been Quake.
Quake's a good one.
People play
Quake's
a lot
a
of
good
Quake.
pick,
And then Rainbow Six.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of
good.
sneaky good.
I
That was the
gonna-
one that I was gonna pick
Yeah.
if you guys, you know, if I
was going to say a
remembered.
couple real quick. Left 4 Dead 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left
Sorry,
4
I got
Dead.
excited.
It's
I know
okay.
that one is
Knock
great.
the mic
Fallout
out.
3. I personally liked this one. Call of Duty 2. It was like I just liked the
Old school.
campaign, old school. And then we mentioned Medal of Honor Rising Sun at the beginning. Apex Legends is dope. I don't think you got into that one. Did you ever play that one?
No, I did
No.
not
No,
play
I never
Apex
played it
Legends
either.
actually.
Okay. That's
Well,
fair.
DJ, what's your vote?
And Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, Destiny would have been good. So, one more time, real quick. Just what was yours again?
Mine was GoldenEye, Halo,
Okay, two of
Call
my
of
favorites.
Duty Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and Pokemon Snap.
Okay, and Jordan's.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, Halo 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Unreal Tournament.
I'm going with Matt.
Woo!
I'm going with Matt on that one.
Did I ever mention
He's
that
my
I hate
friend.
you?
You knew me first.
You can't vote off of that.
You know what? Cool.
Well, I just did.
So, real quick, we're about to end. I just want to call some. DJ also brought his awesome gear. He brought a Master Chief helmet, and then he also brought a gun.
A gun. It's not a real gun, so we don't have to worry too much about pointing it at each other.
Pew pew.
We might
pew.
anyways.
Yeah, you probably should practice good
But this
gun.
is this is a Halo gun.
It is.
Yeah.
That one's specifically from ODST.
That's
but
sick. Replica. It's super light.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like get it to the right point on the wall there. On the wall. You can kind of see it.
I just think it'd be so cool to get all of the Halo weapons because they're just
Dude, you
just
should see.
iconic looking.
You should see DJ's office at work. It's got Halo everything action
I've
figures.
nerded
It's
out
pretty
at
sweet.
work. It's the only place I feel comfortable expressing myself.
That's
So
my office.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I gotta do better then. Your office is pretty dope.
Well, I
My
gotta
office is
say-
like I got a plant and a salt lamp.
Yours is very feng shui.
That's true.
I
Trying to have the
like your
zen.
I like your Zen vibe.
I don't have an office.
Well,
That
you'll
whole
get there
warehouse.
one day. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
hey,
get the whole warehouse.
warehouse.
I got all kinds of crap in it.
Like, I've got cars in my.
My nephew Tegan is actually 3D printing a lot of the Halo weapons, not unlike that one that's sitting right there.
That's cool.
And so
That's
he's
awesome.
got a ton of them going.
That's sweet, man.
He's really loving it.
Tegan, thanks for jumping on too, man. And we
Yeah,
just
thanks,
noticed he
Tegan.
requested to be in the Facebook group, so we look forward to seeing votes from
I
him.
don't know if you should let him.
We already did. We're a welcoming society. So
Yeah,
good for
he
you
needs
guys.
to get on Facebook, look up Super Davies Bros.
you already did
our
it.
page.
Jeez.
I already accepted it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See you there.
Thank you, DJ,
Other
for
people
coming
need
on.
to do that.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude, it's
So
just
much
fun.
fun.
So we really appreciate you coming on. Jordan, anything else on the chat before we close it out?
No. Bree said it's okay, Jordan. I don't have an office either. And there was a lot. There was Starfield. People are liking that.
Starfield's
People like
been a lot of
Super
fun.
Hot a ton. Even Tegan mentioned something about Super Hot's experience. And
Yeah,
so
good
and
picks.
Titanfall was talked about a lot.
We got to go out dual wielding.
so-
I'm sorry. This is just one of the best things that Halo 2 did was introduce.
Oh yeah,
Those guns
dude,
are sick.
double
Yeah.
wielding guns, so sick. Just for those of you on the podcast, we will not be having an episode next week. I will be out of town. I'm going to the Caribbean on a cruise.
Ooh.
So, following
Enjoy.
that week, though, we will have the other Davis bro is coming back on, and we're going to be drafting best war movies and playing another great first-person shooter, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So we're having a manly man episode.
We don't know which one yet, but we will.
Yeah, we'll
pick a
figure it
good
out.
one.
We'll play Call of Duty, and we'll put up a poll best war movie. So, for those of you that don't listen after at the end, or if you're on the live stream, if you have topics or you want to come on, please email us at Super Davis Bros. That's Davis Davies bros at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, hear ideas. We appreciate all of you, and thanks again, DJ, for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. A lot of fun, guys. Really appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk about my favorite games.
Yeah, we'll let you know how the poll goes. I know you don't have a Facebook, so we throw our teams up on the Facebook group,
I don't
and people
have
get a
Facebook, but yes, please
people
let me
get
know.
a vote. So
'Kay.
we'll the next
what a
episode
way
we'll
to
reveal
end.
whose team won. So
Awesome.
all right, thank you all. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
That was awesome. Adios.
See ya. All right, we're still streaming.
Cool.